Laberge is a widening of the Yukon River north of Whitehorse, Yukon in Canada. It is 50 kilometers long and ranges from 2 to 5 kilometers wide. Its water is always very cold, and its weather often harsh and suddenly variable. History and description. The local Southern Tutchone called it Tàa'an Män, Tagish knew it as Kluk-tas-si, and the Tlingit as Tahini-wud. 1. Its English name comes from 1870 commemorating Michel LaBerge, 1836 to 1909, born in Chateauguay, Quebec, the first French-Canadian to explore the Yukon in 1866. It was well known to prospectors during the Klondike Gold Rush of the 1890s, as they would pass Lake Laberge on their way down the Yukon River to Dawson City. Jack London's Grit of Women, 1900, and The Call of the Wild, 1903, and Robert W. Service's poem The Cremation of Sam McGee, 1907, mention the lake, even though Service altered the name to Lebarge to rhyme with marge. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, after winter steamers carrying goods on Lake Laberge early on in the shipping season regarded the lake as trouble, since it was one of the last such passages to thaw its ice. At least two methods were employed to break the ice up. Method 1. Allow a surging out of water to be released from the control dam below Marsh Lake, thereby expanding the lake waters suddenly below the surface of the ice, forcing cracks for the water to burble up through, or Method 2. Smear an abundant quantity of expended crankcase oil along the lake's icy length, causing it to melt by increasing the sun's warming effect. A sign posted in 1999 as Lake Laberge's camping area issued strong cautions against eating the livers of burbot, and counseled against the consumption of lake trout more than twice a month per individual. Both warnings are due to toxin contamination, resulting from global pesticide use and overfishing in Lake Laberge, which resulted in changes to its typical food chain. In spring 2009, researchers found the AJ Goddard, a Gold Rush stern wheeler that sunk in 1901, killing 3 of its crew. Underwater archaeologists are examining the ship. National Geographic has named it the top archaeological find of 2009. The Yukon government has designated the shipwreck a historic site. A phonograph with 3 records was discovered, giving insight into songs being listened to during the gold rush. If you'd like to taste the true flavor of Canada's Yukon, you definitely need to make a trip to Lake Laberge. Featured in Robert Service's well-known poem The Cremation of Sam McGee, the lake has a distinctively northern look to it, especially when it's covered with ice. At night, the northern lights flicker in the sky, and there's a crisp chill in the air as you listen to the sounds of ravens and wintering songbirds that stay through the cold season. Even with a few houses around the shore now, there's still a legendary flavor and history present in the landscape around the lake, easy to get to from the airport in Whitehorse, and only 20 or 30 minutes by car northward. It's a great Canadian destination, with some incredible history. Went to the boat launch at the campground to read the Robert Service poem, Cremation of Sam McGee on the lakeside. It is about a 20-minute drive out of town. There is a boat launch, there is a lake, and we saw the sunset. The kids enjoyed skipping rocks from the rock beach next to the launch while I forced them to read the poem and muse about the sunset. Good to see other reviews of people who did the same thing. We were there for about 20 minutes and then turned around and came back to Whitehorse. I even managed to drag my dad out to it, which is quite an accomplishment as he is a total stick in the mud when it comes to outings. Was surprised as the bugs weren't even bad when we were there. Lake is best known from Robert Service's poem The Cremation of Sam McGee. Traditional gathering place for the Southern Tutchone people. The lake's name in Southern Tutchone is Tàa'an Män, head of the lake. Starting point for boaters going on the lake or down the Yukon River. See facilities along the 30-mile section. Interpretive panels about the wreck of the AJ Goddard and the 30-mile Yukon River, a Canadian heritage river. Good place to see waterfowl, including double-crested cormorant if you're lucky. The gate will remain open after service to this campground has ended. Register your stay, payment not required. Bring your own wood and toilet paper and pack out your garbage.